But what has the French Academy to do with all this? I was going to tell you. It seems that his experiments have very considerably advanced the cause of science, doubtless. No, that his style of writing is very good. This must be very flattering to the feelings of the rabbits into whose heads he has thrust pins, to the fowls whose bones he has dyed red, and to the dogs whose spinal marrow he has punched out? Albert laughed. And the other one? Demanded the Count. That one? Yes, the third. The one in the dark blue coat? Yes. He is a colleague of the Count, and one of the most active opponents to the idea of providing the Chamber of Peers with a uniform. He was very successful upon that question. He stood badly with the liberal papers, but his noble opposition to the wishes of the court is now getting him into favor with the journalists. They talk of making him an ambassador. And what are his claims to the peerage? He has composed 2 or 3 comic operas, written 4 or 5 articles in the Siècle, and voted 5 or 6 years on the ministerial side. Bravo, Viscount, said Monte Cristo, smiling, you are a delightful cicerone. And now you will do me a favor, will you not? What is it? Do not introduce me to any of these gentlemen, and should they wish it, you will warn me. Just then the Count felt his arm pressed. He turned round. It was Danglars. Ah, is it you, Baron? Said he. Why do you call me Baron? Said Danglars. You know that I care nothing for my title. I am not like you, Viscount. You like your title, do you not? Certainly, replied Albert, seeing that without my title I should be nothing, while you, sacrificing the Baron, would still remain the millionaire. Which seems to me the finest title under the royalty of July, replied Danglars. Unfortunately, said Monte Cristo, one's title to a millionaire does not last for life, like that of Baron, Peer of France, or Academician, for example, the millionaires Franck and Pullman, of Frankfurt, who have just become bankrupts. Indeed? Said Danglars, becoming pale. Yes, I received the news this evening by a courier. I had about 1 million in their hands, but, warned in time, I withdrew it a month ago. Ah, mon Dieu, exclaimed Danglars, they have drawn on me for 200,000 francs. Well, you can throw out the draft, their signature is worth 5%. Yes, but it is too late, said Danglars, I have honored their bills. Then, said Monte Cristo, here are 200,000 francs gone after. Hush, do not mention these things, said Danglars, then, approaching Monte Cristo, he added, especially before young M. Cavalcanti, after which he smiled, and turned towards the young man in question. Albert had left the Count to speak to his mother, Danglars to converse with young Cavalcanti. Monte Cristo was for an instant alone. Meanwhile the heat became excessive. The footmen were hastening through the rooms with waiters loaded with ices. Monte Cristo wiped the perspiration from his forehead, but drew back when the waiter was presented to him. He took no refreshment. Madame de Morcerf did not lose sight of Monte Cristo. She saw that he took nothing, and even noticed his gesture of refusal. Albert, she asked, did you notice that? What, mother? That the Count has never been willing to partake of food under the roof of M. de Morcerf. Yes, but then he breakfasted with me, indeed, he made his first appearance in the world on that occasion. But your house is not M. de Morcerf's, murmured Mercedes, and since he has been here I have watched him. Well? Well, he has taken nothing yet. The Count is very temperate. Mercedes smiled sadly. Approach him, said she, and when the next waiter passes, insist upon his taking something. But why, mother? Just to please me, Albert, said Mercedes. Albert kissed his mother's hand, and drew near the Count. Another salver passed, loaded like the preceding ones. She saw Albert attempt to persuade the Count, but he obstinately refused. Albert rejoined his mother. She was very pale. Well, said she, you see he refuses? Yes, but why need this annoy you? You know, Albert, women are singular creatures. I should like to have seen the Count take something in my house, if only an ice. Perhaps he cannot reconcile himself to the French style of living, and might prefer something else. Oh, no, I have seen him eat of everything in Italy, No doubt he does not feel inclined this evening. And besides, said the Countess, accustomed as he is to burning climates, possibly he does not feel the heat as we do.